Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, at this juncture, I move that we dispense with the reading of the journal of the 75th session Monday, May 29, 2023, and consider the same as approved.
There being no objection, motion's approved.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before we continue, Mr. President, before we continue with our agenda for today, we'd like to acknowledge some guests from the gallery. First, the guests of the Senate, Mayor Ms. Ruth R. Padilla, Carlos Padilla II, Ms. Ruthie May Padilla. Widow, Ms. Ruth Padilla, Mr. President, is the widow of our beloved former governor and colleague in the House of
Former
Representatives.
colleague of ours in
Colleague of ours, Congressman Governor Kaloy Padilla.
Yes.
We also have with us Mayor Isis Dominic Uy of Burgos Isabela, Mayor Joseph Christian Uy of Aurora Isabela, former Mayor Kervin Uy of Burgos Isabela, guest of Senator Bato de la Rosa,
Yes.
guest of
Naanak ko yung isa dyan, si Mayor Nino.
Guest of Senator Lapid, Vice Mayor Carla Valderrama of Siniluan, Laguna, Vice Governor Nathaniel Midtimbang of Maguindanao del Sur, Mayor Mary Joy Midtimbang of Datu Angal, Maguindanao del Sur. Guest of Senator Tolentino, Mayor Leo de Vera of San Jacinto, Pangasinan, Councilor Sean Alexis Cardoza of San Jacinto, Pangasinan, Mayor Carl Bugao of Baak of Rizal Kalinga, Sangguniang Bayan member and barangay captains of Rizal Kalinga. Guest of Senator J.V. Ejercito, the Fraternal Order of Eagles, led by its national president, Mr. Nelson Salapudin. And also with us, Mr. President, guests of Senate President Subiri, members of Philippine National Arnis Team, accompanied by their coaches. I will later on, one by one, acknowledge them, Mr. President. And guests of Senator Angara, Philippine National Soft Tennis, with their coaches as well and members. We welcome them in this August chamber, Mr. President.
Yes, welcome po sa inyo lahat sa ating Senado. Thank you for coming.
Mr. President, at this juncture, I move.
What's first?
Mr. President, we are in a receipt of a bicameral conference committee report on the disagreeing provisions of Senate Bill number 1480 and House Bill number 7939. This is the bill rationalizing the disability pension of veterans. And with the permission of the body, may we recognize the chairperson of the Senate panel, Senator Jinggoy Ejercito Estrada, to give us the highlights of the conference committee report.
Our distinguished colleague from the city of San Juan, Senator Jinggoy Estrada, is recognized. Sir?
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. As your chairperson of the Senate Committee on National Defense and Security, Peace, Unification, and Reconciliation, I have the honor to present a bicameral conference committee report on the disagreeing provisions of Senate Bill number 1480 and House Bill number 7939. This is the bill rationalizing the disability pension of our veterans, further amending for the purpose Republic Act 6948, an act standardizing and upgrading the benefits for military veterans and other dependents. Mr. President, I would like to thank our fellow conferees from the House of Representatives, led by Congressman George Patrol Bustos, chairperson of House Committee on Veteran Affairs and Welfare, for agreeing to use the Senate version as the working draft. The two short bills, may I emphasize, have very minor differences and actually propose similar rates of increase for the monthly disability pension for our veterans. Section 1 of the Senate version was adopted, which simplified and clarified the provision on who will be entitled to the total administrative disability pension long title of the original law, which is Republic Act number 6948. Mr. President, I would like to express my sincerest gratitude to our esteemed colleagues and members of the Senate panel, Senator Grace Poe, and our Minority Floor Leader, Senator Aquilino Coco Pimentel III, for their invaluable support to this long overdue measure. The members of the House panel, Congressman Bustos, House Committee Vice Chairpersons, Congresswoman Marlene Primicias Agabas, and Congresswoman Milagros Aquino Magsaysay, as well as Congresswoman Geraldine Roman and Congressman Sergio Dagook, who are all authors of this bill. Mr. President, I respectfully move that we adopt and ratify the bicameral conference committee report on the disagreeing provisions of Senate Bill 1480 and House Bill 7939. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, we join the distinguished gentleman from the great city of San Juan, Senator Jinggoy Estrada, and let the text of the joint explanation be deemed read into the records of the chamber. I so move, Mr. President.
There being no objection to the motion of Majority Floor Leader, the bicameral conference committee report on the disagreeing provisions of disagreeing votes of Senate Bill number 1480 and House Bill number 7939 is hereby adopted. Congratulations.
Thank you and congratulations, Mr. President. Mr. President, we are in a receipt of a bicameral conference committee report on the disagreeing provisions of Senate Bill number 2212 and House Bill number 7715. This is the bill pertaining to Regional Specialty Centers Act. And with the permission of the body, may we recognize the chairperson of the Senate panel, Senator Christopher Bongo, to give us the highlights of the conference committee report.
I'd like to first of all recognize Senator Bongo for his full support for this measure. Full support po.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, Mr. Principal Sponsor.
Yes, sir.
Portahan mo to, sir,
Yes, sir.
para maging dumami pa ang ating mga specialty center. Isa po, nakasalalay rin po sa inyo.
Opo.
Na
Hindi na po
tumama
tayo, boy, pangako, nangako, talaga, tumupad na. Boy,
Boy, tutuparin mo po.
huwag lang boy tupad.
Dole yun. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, as a result of the bicameral conference on the Regional Specialty Centers Act, I have the honor to submit the conference committee report on the disagreeing provisions of Senate Bill number 2212 and House Bill number 7751. Included in the report submitted is the joint explanatory statement on the disagreeing provisions of the two versions of the bill, which shall form part of my sponsorship speech. With the consent of the body, I would like the joint explanatory statement considered as read into our record. Just to report, Mr. President, the BICAM agreed to include a provision reflecting the establishment of specialty centers in existing GOCC and specialty hospitals. This is to reflect what was brought about during the plenary discussions in the Senate. We also agreed to include in the bill the level of service capabilities of the specialty centers that the Department of Health will be establishing in hospitals with the subnational and regional catchment populations. The BICAM also included an enumeration of the specialties that shall be prioritized by the Department of Health. I thank our fellow conferees on the part of the Senate, Senator Loren Legarda and Senator Risa Ontiveros. I also congratulate the conferees on the part of the House of Representatives, Congressman Siriaco Gaco, Congressman Anthony Goles, and Congresswoman Franz Castro. With this, Mr. President, we could improve access to specialized medical care. Mailapit na natin ang serbisyo medical sa ating mga kababayan na may malulubhang sakit ngunit walang kakayahan na pumunta po dito sa Manila para magpagamot sa Philippine Heart Center, Lung Center, NKTI o iba pang mga specialty hospitals dito sa Maynila. Kapag na-ratify na ito at napirmahan ng ating mahal na Pangulo para maging batas, magkakaroon na tayo ng specialty heart center, lung center at iba pang specialty center sa iba't ibang DOH hospital sa bansa tulad sa Baguio General Hospital and Medical Center, Mariano Marcos Memorial Hospital and Medical Center, Cagayan Valley Medical Center, Batangas Medical Center, at Bicol Regional Hospital and Medical Center based sa timeline ng Department of Health. Magkakaroon na rin ng iba't ibang specialty centers sa Visayas tulad sa Western Visayas Medical Center sa Iloilo, Corazon Locsin Montelibano Memorial Regional Hospital sa Bacolod, Eastern Visayas Medical Center sa Tacloban, at iba pang DOH hospitals sa Visayas. Hindi na kailangang pumunta ng Maynila ang mga kababayan natin na nasa Visayas. Kung kailangan magpagamot sa puso, kidney at iba pang karamdaman, doon na lang po sila pumunta sa mga specialty centers na itatayo sa mga DOH Regional Hospital. Sa Mindanao, maglalagay ng specialty center sa Zamboanga City Medical Center, Northern Mindanao Medical Center, sa Region 10 po ito, Davao Regional Medical Center, Cotabato Regional and Medical Center, Caraga Regional Hospital at iba pang DOH hospital sa Mindanao. Malaking tulong po ito sa mga kababayan natin sa Mindanao na hindi na po sila muling pumunta pa ng Maynila para magpagamot sa puso. In view of this, Mr. President, it is my humble submission that this bicameral conference committee report on the disagreeing votes of Senate Bill number 2212 and the House Bill number 7751 be ratified by the Senate. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
Mr. President, we join the motion of the distinguished gentleman, Senator Bongo, to approve and ratify the bicameral conference committee report on the disagreeing provisions of Senate Bill number 2212 and House Bill number 7751, and let the text of the joint explanation be deemed read into the records of the chamber. So move, Mr. President.
Before I act on the motion, once again want to thank Senator Bongo for taking this up expeditiously. Maraming salamat po. Alam po ng mga kasama ko dito sa unit team na bukang bibig ko sa kampanya. Senator Padilla, Senator Estrada, Senator Mark Villar, when we were campaigning, ang bukang bibig ko po noon ay Senator Lauren Legarda, ay walang iba kundi ang ating regional specialty centers. And bilang taga Mindanao po tayo, Senator Bongo, we knew very well na and kasama ko po si Joel, our majority leader, and JB under the Seatmates campaign team. May kampanya tayong tatlo lang, together with Sherwin Gatchalian. Ang sabi ko lang po, I kept my speech and message short. Pag nahalal niyo po kami, gagawin po namin lahat na may isang batas ito at maging regional na po ang mga heart centers, kidney centers, lung centers. At we are one step away from building this dream. So I thank all my colleagues from the Senate. And you know, this is a game changer. Game changer po to. Napakaraming matutulungan natin mga kababayan. Doon na po sa kanila mga regions ang papunta mga pasyente kaysa luluwas pa ng Metro Manila. Kaya God bless you all. Thank you very much. With that, there being no objection, the bicameral conference committee report on the disagreeing provisions of or votes of Senate Bill number 2212 and House Bill number 7751 is hereby adopted and ratified. Congratulations to everyone in the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. President, and congratulations to the authors. Mr. President, with the permission of the body, I move to consider proposed Senate Resolution number 610, taking into consideration proposed Senate Resolution number 615 and 646, and for the Secretary to read the title of the measure. This is the resolution expressing the condolences of the Senate on the death of Honorable Carlos M. Padilla.
There be no objection to the motion. The motion is approved. Yes, Secretary to read the title of the measure.
Resolution expressing the profound sympathy and sincere condolences of the Senate of the Philippines on the death of Honorable Carlos M. Padilla, the Governor of the Province of Nueva Vizcaya on 5 May 2023.
Mr. President, I move that we recognize Senator Cynthia Villar to deliver the sponsorship speech. So move, Mr. President.
Our distinguished colleague, Senator Cynthia Villar from the city of Las Piñas, is recognized.
Mr. President, my esteemed colleagues in the Senate, good afternoon. I stand before you today with a heavy heart to sponsor our resolution expressing our deepest sympathy and sincere condolences on the passing of Governor Carlos Caloy M. Padilla of Nueva Vizcaya. He was a stalwart of the Nacionalista Party and held in high regard by his colleagues and constituents for his warmth, quiet dignity, and genuine dedication to public service. I had the privilege of first working with Governor Padilla during my term as a congresswoman when he served as the minority leader of the House of Representatives. He graciously shared his wisdom and exemplified learned insight, diplomacy, and unwavering integrity in fulfilling his responsibilities. Governor Padilla demonstrated strong leadership and was a true statesman, embodying the very essence of the Nacionalista Party's motto, Ang Bayan Higit sa Lahat. He wholeheartedly worked towards the progress and improvement of our country, always prioritizing the well-being of the people. Governor Padilla's remarkable political career encompassed various positions. He began his journey in public service as the mayor of the municipality of Dupax and later of Dupax del Norte. However, it was in the legislative department that he showed his mettle, becoming a seasoned veteran. He dedicated a total of 29 years to faithfully fulfilling his duties and responsibility as a legislator representing the Lone District of Nueva Vizcaya. This included serving 6 years as an assemblyman and 23 years as a member of the House of Representatives. He held notable roles such as Deputy Speaker during the 11th Congress and Minority Floor Leader during the 12th Congress. Additionally, he chaired the Committee on Education and Indigenous People and served as a member of the Commission on Appointments and the House of Representatives Electoral Tribunal. His authorship of significant laws, including the Free Public Secondary Education Act, the Philippine Librarianship Act, and the Government Assistance to Students and Teachers in Private Education Act, earned him the well-deserved title of the Father of Free Public Secondary Education. He has always been a strong advocate for the accessibility of quality education, and in his province, he played a pivotal role in the establishment of the Nueva Vizcaya State University and the Philippine Science High School, Cagayan Valley Campus. After his illustrious career in the legislature, Carlos Padilla was elected as the governor of the province of Nueva Vizcaya for 3 terms until his untimely demise. As governor, his affinity for the Nueva Vizcayanos was unparalleled as he consistently demonstrated his deep connection and genuine care for the welfare of the people. He spearheaded numerous programs focusing on education, infrastructure, sustainable livelihood, agri-fishery development, and clean energy, among others. His relentless efforts to improve the lives of the people of Nueva Vizcaya have left an indelible mark on the province, solidifying his legacy of service and dedication. Governor Padilla, known as the Legend of the North, received several prestigious awards for his exceptional leadership and significant contribution. He was recognized as the most outstanding congressman in multiple congresses, honored as the outstanding alumnus of his alma mater, the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, and received the esteemed Dangal ng Wika Award for promoting the Filipino language, among other accolades. To my family, Manny and I, he will forever be Kaloy, or Tito Kaloy to my children, a dear friend whose warmth and kindness will always be cherished, and whose departure has left a void that we deeply feel. Let us honor his memory and pay tribute to his remarkable achievements. To his beloved wife and my friend Ruth and their children, Carlos Jojo II, Ruthie May, and Paulo, I share in your grief. My colleagues in this esteemed body, and I extend our deepest sympathy and sincere condolences to all of you and to the people of Nueva Vizcaya as well. May Kaloy Padilla's legacy continue to inspire us to live an inspiring and meaningful life as is exemplified throughout his remarkable journey. Thank you, Mr. President. God bless and stay safe.
Thank you.